The mind is a terrible thing to waste. And even worse, a thing to steal. To be afraid to parade your periphery of ponderings, the parallel, is squandering your mental earnings, learning that you can't trust the audience not to walk away with your words as more than heard. But the absurd phobia of them repeating your meaning, and people seeking your brilliance through someone else's brain, tongue, and cheek. Look at that, they speak. They squeak and squabble, throttle the throats, and fondle the fabric of our freedom to speak and be heard. But words belong to all of us and a handful of birds, but we constantly contradict our capacity for community, for sympathy, for forgiveness. With all of the possible combinations of syllable and punctuation, it's more than likely a consideration that our tongues will try the same line, the same rhyme, begging for the same dime, maybe even at the same time. But the proof isn't in the correlation of moments, when the speaker speaking spoke the first joke to the first bloke, but the prize goes to the first folks who forked the right change to the right bank to write their name. And then the blame game begins. Lawyers wage war for a wage that is implicit of war. See, I shouldn't be afraid to forgo my fears and freely speak, like it was preached to me to think, to speak out loud to a crowd and crumble when they mumble, scared I'll stumble on a lawsuit that costs more than my finest suit. But hey, I shop in my father's closet for more reasons than high fashion. I can't afford to put the cash in. So how could I possibly buy a guide to bodyguard my hard work? The body of my work is too hard to shirk the hurt. If somebody came by and wondered why some other guy was humming my mind, I don't know. Maybe I'd die. My mental makeup is what I make up to be all that's made of me. And even though I'm a heart-throbbing romantic, I'm sure I'd still panic if another soul mated with the page the way that I did. It's too obtuse to be acute. Cupid's arrow isn't narrow enough to shoot through that bluff. These words, this stuff, is mine. My own dome loaned out the lyrics as I'm near it, to share the spirit as I hear it. I'm too strong to fear it. But it's possible that somebody else can hire a higher-handed, heavier hitter than I can. And then I'd be stuck. And that would truly suck. I'm out of luck, no bang for my buck. Who do I have to suck up to approve my opinion? I'm not sinning, but before I lose, I'm going for winning. I'd like to be grinning. I'd like to be able to confidently characterize the characters on my keyboard in collaborative combinations that correspond with my imagination. There's no better relation than to know within my mind is my own nation. I can never be invaded, or heaven help me, can never be equated. But as previously stated, in these states you need to be published before you're populated. I can't stand the stance I'm taking. Telling others they may be faking, staking out their process of creation in order to prove beyond all reasonable doubt that if they did happen to shout the same symptoms of the disease called writing, then no, we're not fighting. I'm inviting you to share how much we care about words to be heard, and we can split profit and just be prophets of poetry. It means too much to me. I want words to be free. Free speech is one of the last things that's truly free. But like earth, fire, water, and air before it, the morals, they ignore it. They charge way too much for it. But my words are not for sale. Call it Christmas spirit, but I want all who hear it to have it. You deserve it. You're worth it. Endure it, then enjoy it. I'm not advocating the thievery of thought, because I truly think thoughts are all I got. But if you take my words as more than just heard, well, honestly, I'll speak again, and again, and again, and again. So do the corporations, the companies and federations who want my wisdom and spare change to boot? You can't have it. Copyright that.